5 beginner telescopes. Most will frustrate you inside a week. One is almost unfairly good for the price, and it might not be the one you're expecting. Wrong aperture, wobbly mount, impossible setup. A bad first telescope kills the hobby before it starts. We judged these 5 on aperture size, magnification range, mount stability, and real first-night usability, pulling from specs and hundreds of owner reports. If that kind of filtering saves you money, a subscribe helps. We do this regularly. Our number 1 pick genuinely caught us off guard. Coming in at number 5, the Heliacon 90mm telescope at $199.99. That 90mm aperture and 1000mm focal length sound serious on paper. And for the moon and daytime viewing, they genuinely deliver sharp, bright images. The catch: that tripod is noticeably wobbly, and the heavy plastic build undermines the premium price. For dark sky sessions, owner reports say performance drops off fast. At $200, you expect more rigidity. Solid for casual lunar gazing. But if you want durability and real nighttime astronomy, the next 4 picks make a stronger case for your money. Coming in at number 4, the G-Skyer 70mm, priced at $96.99. Nearly 22,000 ratings at 4.4 stars. That kind of volume tells you real beginners are buying this, and mostly leaving happy. The 70mm aperture pulls in enough light for clear lunar views, and the 400mm focal length keeps it genuinely compact. Toss it in the included carry bag, and you're out the door. The wireless remote is a nice touch for steadier shots. Honest catch: the eyepiece housing is plastic, not metal, so it's not built for rough handling. Fine for a curious adult or a younger beginner. Budget justification: under $100 with a bag and remote included, it earns its price. Just know the next 3 picks build on this foundation considerably. Stepping into the top 3, the Faco 80mm comes in at $79.99. That extra aperture over a 70mm isn't just a spec bump. It's the difference between a blurry smudge and actually resolving a moon crater. The 80mm lens pulls in noticeably more light, and paired with a 20 times to 150 times magnification range, you have genuine flexibility for both wide-open sky scanning and tight close-up views of planets. Many owners report the image quality feels a tier above what they expected at this price. The honest catch is, the tripod takes a little patience to assemble out of the box. Not a deal breaker, but budget 5 extra minutes your first night. At $79.99, the combination of wider aperture and full beginner kit makes this one genuinely hard to argue with. Coming in at number 2, the Faco-Ski 70mm refractor at $59.99. Here is what makes this one interesting. It ships with a space-themed puzzle kit, which sounds gimmicky until you realize most buyers are picking this up as a gift. That context matters. The 70mm aperture is solid for the price. You will get clean views of the moon, Jupiter, and decent terrestrial use. The carry bag and phone adapter round out a genuinely presentable beginner package. The honest catch? Multiple owners flagged the tripod as flimsy and frustrating to adjust, and a few reviewers called it more toy than instrument. If you want serious deep sky sessions, this is not that. But for introducing a curious kid or adult to the night sky, the value is real. $60 for a complete starter kit with this much in the box. That is a fair ask for what it delivers. And our number 1 pick is the Toyer B 70mm refractor at $51.28. Here is why it earns the top spot. Over 2,166 buyers have rated it 4.5 stars. That is not a fluke. That is a pattern. At 15 times to 150 times magnification, you are pulling in enough detail to trace lunar craters and pick out Saturn's rings on a clear night. The smartphone adapter means you can actually photograph what you see, not just squint at it. The wireless remote is a small thing that makes a real difference. No nudging the tube, no blurred shots. Honest limitation: 70mm is entry-level aperture, so deep sky nebulae stay faint. But for the moon, planets, and your first 100 nights under the stars, it delivers everything you need. $51 for a complete, proven setup with this level of owner confidence behind it. That is almost unfair for the price. Here is something most buyers get wrong. They chase magnification numbers on the box and ignore aperture entirely. Bigger magnification on a smaller, cheaper lens just means a brighter blur. Aperture is what actually gathers light. That is why 70mm hits the beginner sweet spot. Enough light, sharp views, forgiving optics. The Heliacon's 90mm sounds impressive, but for a first telescope, that extra glass adds bulk and complexity you simply do not need yet. Here is the bottom line. For a first telescope, the Toyer B wins on every axis that matters: aperture, portability, and price. It gets you to real stars without the learning curve. Links are in the description. Go look up tonight. All 5 links are in the description. Affiliate links, full transparency. And if you want to push that Toyer B further, watch our best telescope accessories video next.